Hi. Today I wanted to talk about. It's a bit of a generalised subject, I suppose, but it was following um, just a couple of conversations and a few things within news and certain articles I was seeing. So today I want to address freedom and feeling free and being free. Um, Might sound a bit sort of lovey and airy fairy, but that's how I'm feeling today, or have been since I was making notes on it. And it was fine. It was regarding those the that new law passed in Brunei, however you say it. Sorry, um, about stoning gay people to death. And just how and I thought about it and thought how lucky I feel I am and how free I feel living and being and more grateful really. And every day I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm very thankful for a lot of things, even if it's just every day I try and say that I'm thankful for things, even if it is just something as basic as being able to get up and walk, or having options and choices to do things, free will. And someone mentioned yesterday about whether I thought white privilege was a thing as well, and I'm definitely not going to go into that. But again, it just made me feel because it's not anything I've really had to sit and think about. And there you go. I've been free to think about what I want to think about. So I just want to talk about that almost, and how freedom is not just in the outside world. It's with yourself as well, and with what you go through day to day. And I think freedom as well, because obviously we're only going to judge on our own experiences, and that's what I have to do here. But freedom of feeling it's okay to be you. And obviously being a gay male, there were certain points of growing up where I didn't feel like I was suppressing it till I came out. And then I was like, wow, I did suppress it, and I really did feel trapped almost within my own sexuality. So that I find um, that freedom is such a massive thing, to be able to sort of be you and be okay to be you. And the second you're able to admit that, it's like you have this. I mean, I took it to an extreme, but you have this almost like explosion of personality, where you just be and do whatever you like. You colour your hair, you wear that thing, you do that thing. And I think I spent 10 years doing that. And I was saying to someone that I feel like I've like lost 10 years of my life, and I haven't. It was just because I was really just re-expressing myself, because I thought I had to conform. And don't get me wrong, I can be a bit defiant, as a few people will tell you now. But I do it with love and kindness, trust me. But I think having free will to speak is a massive form of freedom. Being able to speak, bringing me on from what I've just said about being defiant, but it is defiant to some people. But it's just me having free will to speak. And I always think about what I say. I don't jump in and just. I used to be very defensive, and I understand that. But I'd like to try and think that I've thought thoroughly about what I'm saying. If not, then I like to ask questions, and I think it's asking a question is quite powerful. I didn't realize how powerful. Like, do you want to talk about that? Do you want to discuss that? Really, really, you're getting answers for yourself. And I think that's amazing and very important, because I think even on, say for example, my school reports, it was always doesn't ask for help, and that is within every part of my life as well. So sometimes there's little snippets of primary school. I think people, like teachers and whatnot, they're really cutting on to parts of your personality that are quite poignant later on in life, because obviously it's that's your true personality when you're a child, because you're unmolded and unchanged, let's say. But almost like being free to wear what you like, and express yourself that way in whatever way you want. I watch, quite admittedly, I watch makeup tutorials, mainly of guys. I don't want to wear makeup. I'm not about to do makeup. I did think about doing makeup at one point because I'm a hairdresser, but I thought it's just this defiance against adversity and sort of really being like kind of two fingers up to the world and being who they want to be, and they're not aggressive doing it, so they're just making themselves look pretty, and it's just art, isn't it? Just art, really. It's like when you think about it, it is just art. But again, having the freedom to love who you like, like I was saying about being gay, it's like love is love. It's like, and there's that term pansexual now, I think, where you are in love with who you're in love with. I mean, wow, what a thing. What. I mean, I know I do like men. It's like I fall in love with women, but as a person. But I fall in love with everyone. That if I see value in them, and I do in most people, to be honest. I always try and see the good side. Even previous people that I've had friendships or relationships with, it's some horrific things have happened, but you really do, if you can see the good side then of that person, you can actually understand why people do some of the bad stuff. Then that's not me condoning behaviour, by the way. That's me just saying, sometimes just see why people do stuff. And I think sort of having freedom, I know I've spoke about boundaries in the past. It's not to be confused with not having boundaries, because I think it's like a pendulum, really. You're like, right, I'm just strict, and then you go defiant. But like being defiant sometimes doesn't have boundaries, where you're doing whatever you want whenever you want. Fuck everyone. If I want to do this, I will do this. That's never right either. It's up to you, obviously, but that's never right either. But then just coming back and going, okay, if I want to do something, so long as I'm not hurting anyone, and so long as I'm not hurting myself as well, then I think that should be okay. Everything in moderation as well. I don't know why that just brought that in, but that seemed to be something I needed to say. And I think a massive one, and this is partly why I think the word freedom is important, is freedom from your mind. And we were talking about, I think Alzheimer's was mentioned this week, and I don't want to begin to understand everything on it. It's like politics. I won't talk about politics because I don't understand enough on it, and that's my fault. I'll do some research if I need to. But your mind can be a trap at times, and whether it's with depression or with anxiety or things like that, because your thoughts aren't real. Your thoughts are, if you're sitting there going, oh, that person's doing that, I wonder if that person's doing that. You don't know whether they are or not, unless obviously you've asked them. But you're thinking, oh God, when I go to work, that's going to happen. Well, it hasn't happened yet. And talking about yesterday, I think I was saying to someone that time in effect isn't real then, because the past and the future aren't real, but your thoughts aren't real. Your thought, you can use your thoughts effectively, of course, and your thoughts will create limitations and create things through past experiences to then create maybe future experiences, but ultimately your thoughts aren't real. So sometimes when we sit there and I've just meditated because I had a few lingering thoughts. So through meditation, not only do those thoughts come in and go, I'm then left with quite a softer mind, so so to speak. Here I go again. So I can then say, bring up information that I want to bring up, or go and have a conversation with someone and just really engage and be present with that moment and that person. But being freedom from your thoughts and your mind is a massive thing. And I know there might be a time when we're old where we through dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever, that where we actually are trapped within our mind permanently. So I think trying to free your mind, it's like getting abs though, isn't it? It's like you really have to train yourself, but eventually it becomes easier and easier and easier. So I would like to just finish on that, really. Freedom in the world is huge, but I think freedom within yourself is even bigger, because you are your world. There's a really nice concluding statement. You are your world, and you should always be your world. And that's not to say you're self-centered or selfish or arrogant. You are just understanding yourself. And I think freedom from your thoughts, freedom from yourself sometimes is huge. So there's always a bigger picture with things. So to conclude, yes, we are free. We're all free. So have a nice day. Have a free day, or a day of freedom.